Hey there, this is Damien. I'm just making a small report of the progress over the last 72 hours with the site. We already went ahead and set it up so that it can intake the data from the existing sources, sample sources. Um, we have the functions to upload the stock. Currently it gets added to the browser database because that's where we're going to be working. Oh, I have to wait for it to be done. Yeah, it's done. Stock data ingested successfully. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose the change files. In this case, I am now able to select a bunch of them. And it's going to process. In the past, this particular task, processing the upload changes, took a significant amount of time. It still takes a bit of time, but it has been significantly reduced. And these two actions are the equivalent of going to the initial data ingestion, set present stock, add change report. Initial data ingestion, the only thing it did is that you could select a folder that had subfolders for stock and change, and it will go out into them and search for the data. So these 4 buttons of setup and weekly ingestion are the functions that we are sampling right now. We gotta wait a little bit more. Let's remember that I have the OBS running, so that makes it take a bit longer to load. So in the meantime, what we're gonna sample right now, which is what we are getting close to getting done, is that we will be getting the categories report assembled from the website. In this case, the categories report, what it does is that it creates the pivot table by week with the category of products breakdowns, and we get the 6 weeks average per store and global. Then we get a breakdown of what for that category is that percentage and in percentage, and then we get a quick checkup of the global stock for that product. It's done. It's giving us a bit of feedback on each week that it has ingested. It is able to detect when a file does not comply with the format, like these 2 files that I have in here seem to be missing one of the columns. In this case, I think that is categories, I believe. Like, this is a different report from the standard. So those ingestions are skipped, and we should re-export to put it back into the system. So now that we have done this, we have these buttons are like the ones we were showing. We have the ability to create the categories report immediately, and we just come in here and click this button, and this generates, it's gonna take a bit, and this is gonna generate a spreadsheet like the one I'm working on right now. Still working on having the styling properly done, like for it to look like the way it used to. There's a few things about this spreadsheet. For example, we're no longer using a pivot table, so you can just add a filter. It's advisable that your filter grabs the whole page, because since we have these breakdowns for categories, we have like blocks for type of subject, right? So in here it presents the data the way the other report used to do, I'm thinking of adding additional conditional rules for formatting. We have a global 6 weeks average for whatever product you might be looking at. We have the percentage of category sales that this product represents. And then we have a percentage of this value change, which with relation to the 6 weeks prior. This is a new value. I can remove it. I was just thinking that it could be helpful to track the behavior of certain elements. And that's pretty much it. How is this working? Oh, the Excel report was generated and downloaded. This is like the one I was looking at, but with a fewer data presentation details. I mean, I'm still gonna make it look like the right way. So that's where we are at. We are not done, but this is the reproduction of the first few steps of the auto dictionary. And that represents that ingestion, reset, and setting the tables. Oh, one thing that the site has is that you can download any of the databases that make it. For example, the stock we ingested accounts for 15,000 lines, and the change we ingested accounts for 66,000 lines. And you can download a spreadsheet with that information, which is just oops. Well, that error was about the thing that I had open, not about this file. So now we can get these tables where we use an item ID column, then we use the rest of the processed information. And that way, at any point in time, you can take a look at the data that has been loaded into the platform that is being used as base for the rest of the computing. What else? Oh, okay. We can download. We have the auto dictionary. In this case, this item, auto dictionary, is kind of our master for keys. What I mean by this is in here, the idea is that we will have a single key for each combination of category, product, and variant. In this dictionary, we should have, I mean, like right now it has 8,500 items, and I believe, I mean, this will continue to grow to over 10,000. So this is kind of where we will be keeping track of the unicity of the items. What else? Integrated data. I haven't seen this one downloaded. Let's take a look at it. So I am still on this task with setup stores. Didn't show it, but it's just so that we can set up new stores in case we require to. The ones that we know are already loaded. And with reset database, we can clear the client and start anew. Right now, as I'm currently showing it, the client only stores in its browser memory everything we're doing. We have yet to make it talk in the backend with anything. So right now, I'm on the categories report. I want to be able to recreate also the stores report, which were intended to show the same kind of information we had on the categories report, but with a greater level of detail, because you get to see the variants, not just the categories, not just the products. And it had this additional information like what are the top 80% sales, top 20% products. And with this information, we generated an order. In the order, we placed the number of pieces we're missing, how many we want to order, how many are there in a crate, if there exists a box uh, one is pieces in box and the other one is boxes in case. If this data is found, or if this data is provided, we will better calculate this so that we can actually order boxes. I'm sorry, cases. Now, when there's no extra pieces in the box, like it's just one piece, box per piece, then we ask for the item per piece. When the item has is present in the box, then we order boxes for the item. And once we have the how many boxes are in a case, we should be able to order cases. These sheets are generated per page, and they are integrated finally in the, well, I'm not gonna go there yet. In the Who report, at the right hand, thanks to the values calculated in each individual sheet, it should get us the how many to order from each thing. So right now, the way this is being calculated is to have at least 2 weeks. Oh no, I think this is 2 months. Yep. If we wanted to have 2 months of product for everything. So I know that in the sheet you showed me, you want this to be 2 numbers. One like when to order when you have less than this amount of time, and then like how much time to order, and that we're gonna have general values for that initially, and that at least I mean like this is the way that we would like the output to work in the stores report if we make it, and the warehouse report. In this case, we're not gonna require to create one after the other in order. Any button we press is gonna provide us with the appropriate results, and that's because calculations are done in the directly from the database in the browser, not through intermediate spreadsheets. When you download the database, the spreadsheet representation is created, but it is not like by default spreadsheet in memory. It is an indexed database of objects. So that's pretty much it. This is the status. I believe that before the end of the week, we should be able to have all this enabled, including the place order in target format, so that we can start testing it with your real data, not just the one I had from before. And that should be pretty much it. At this point in time, it's still a bit broken to be used. Thank you and have a great night. Day.